my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. I am so broken out on this side today. After this is done, I'm going to put some pimple patches on. I don't know what I'm doing today. Like I said, I went out last night, and while I always have a good time, always, it throws off my sleep schedule, and I'm just like, at what cost? And I'm not even staying out that late. I'm just a sensitive little empath. Ew. It's not untrue, but you know, I'm not really about, you know, particular stereotypes that go along with the word empath. But there's like a movement to where people are just like, empaths don't exist. Everyone has empathy. And I understand the reaction to that because a lot of the empath stuff comes from being exposed to a lot of trauma and becoming hypervigilant and very, very aware of the people around you and their moods. Because energy, and I know like people are saying like that means being an empath is fake because it's just a fancy word for a trauma response. I say no. I definitely, of course, like, unless you are a very unique person, of which they do exist, everyone has empathy, the ability to relate to others, to feel into others. Though I do believe that there are people who have empathic gifts. It's a spiritual gift. There are some people who are more sensitive to energy. And yes, a lot of these people became that way for survival reasons. That doesn't mean that that thing is not a gift or a benefit to a person. It's just that usually someone, in order to really benefit from that gift, does need to acknowledge and work through their trauma, usually with another person. But I'm not on the side of, oh, empaths don't exist. It's just that if you have listened to some of my other like brief chit chats before reads about experiencers and things like that, experiencers and empaths are similar, usually because the two overlap. Like the Venn diagram is like a complete circle, right? There's a similar type of victimization that goes on in like the empath community, where it's like, oh, you know, we're just destined to attract narcissists because we burn so brightly. And it's just like, oh, I just want to hide in the closet. And that's not true. And breaking out of that does require, you know, boundaries, being able to form that and understand that there is a behavior that you are engaging in that is allowing that type of dynamic to persist in your life. Because everyone, narcissists will try to get in with anyone, but it's only a certain type of person who is either not going to recognize their behaviors as unhealthy and believe that what they're doing is normal, or they do recognize it and they don't like the person, but they'll still put up with it. That is what typically people who consider themselves empaths need to work through. Well, it looks like you're gonna take, don't get scared when I say this, it's not like a huge deal. It looks like you might take some sort of minor loss, a minor L, okay? But it's not significant. There's like a minor setback here, and you're being asked to remain positive during this setback, this challenge, or this loss, because it's going to work out. There's going to be some type of compromise, some sort of union, some sort of resolution here. So just, you know, we got something similar to this maybe like a day or two ago, that it's just like if you were in an argument with someone, take a step back. I don't know if it's an argument or just a situation that you would like one thing to happen and it doesn't look like this thing is happening right now. Don't try to power through it. Don't think it's not going to happen. Just like keep a very light touch on everything. And it is likely going to develop in such a way that you are going to see the results that you prefer. It's not an immediate thing. And I did see the romance card under there for that. So it could be a dealing with another person, not necessarily romance, but we'll see depending on what comes out on the board. But if you already know that you are having like some sort of difficulties with friend, family member, an existing relationship, or perhaps you're dating and you're just not seeing the results that you want in dating, it could apply to that as well. Oh, and I think we got this yesterday. Yeah. We got that the situation will improve. And I claimed that for myself. It did, in fact, improve. Always speaking the truth on this channel. It looks like something really beneficial is going to come from you entering into a new social circle, a new work environment, a new community in general. Like you might be receiving some sort of social invitation, or in fact, you might start receiving like a lot more social invitations based on your interaction with this new circle or environment. So there might be an initial invitation to interact with something. Well, confirmation, just got an alert. You may receive an initial invitation to interact with someone, some type of group or environment. It will likely be a bit out of your comfort zone. I'm not getting it as extremely out of your comfort zone. You might think, oh, I don't know. I would say go ahead and follow the invitation because it's likely going to like open up into a lot more for you that's looking really good based on what I'm seeing under the deck. And it could bring you into contact with people who it would be beneficial for you to have friendships with. And no, both for just the intimacy of the relationship as well as for things like networking, business connections, things of that sort. We're getting doubles on this first row for like everything. Oh, I know what that card is already. See, the thing is, I like this deck because it's really easy to shuffle, but because it's so flimsy, a lot of the cards have these little like marks on them. And so it's like, and there are a few of them like that, like the Eight of Swords and the Fool in this deck have similar markings on the back. So I'm always like, I don't like that because I kind of know what card it is already. And so it's like, am I choosing the card because I think it fits for the situation? Or am I choosing like the card that has been directed to be chosen? This seems like some sort of creative social environment or group. Okay, there's a lot of playtime here. A lot of fun, and it seems like, I don't know, you've been in really austere energy lately. It seems like this is something you need. You might have been really focusing on your spiritual work. Like I'm taking the moon card with this too. Spiritual work, the esoteric, like inner stuff, spiritual practice. Just, I don't get the sense that maybe that y'all have been aggressively social. And I don't think it's for bad reason, but it's sort of like, it's time. And it looks like I'm telling you, there's like somebody or, you know, multiple individuals that you're gonna meet through these connections that just, it looks really beneficial. Just really beneficial for relationships, friendships, all kinds of stuff. perhaps even your own creative work. Let me just shuffle this really quick in case I'm gonna layer onto the energy. Yeah, King of, like, I've just been seeing lots of kings and people under this deck. It's like a gateway is kind of opening up for you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clarify that. Before I even read it, because I was getting one thing and then I'm looking at this and it's like, okay, oh, I don't know. This might be more positive. Oh, okay, I get it. What the hell is that? Okay, this is actually more positive. Because for once, who is the collective showing up as? The false person. And I was just making sure I was right on this read before because I saw some cards down here and I was like, wait, do we need to like guard ourselves against somebody who's false? No, that is not the case. What is going on here is what I've said about, like, we've been getting this lately, like people are needing to get out into the community more, get out into society more. That is confirmed here with this Yes card. Now, what's going on with the Yes card? We have house and false person. And I clarified the false person. And what I got was illness and fright. Now, what this means is the illness and fright, that might be social anxiety, generalized anxiety. I just prefer to be in my house. I prefer to be to myself in my own environment. I hide. I'm not social. I don't interact with other people. For whatever reason, you might not prefer it, but it's sort of like you're being asked to come out of this because this is actually not who you are. Who you are, the evidence, because you might be thinking, look, I'm not this, like when I say this, you might be like, no, this is the evidence, this reading, this is the confirmation that this is true. You are, whether you are masc, femme, male, female, woman, man, trans, non-binary, don't care. You are the King of Wands. You are attractive, you are confident, you are driven, you are passionate, you have vision, you inspire people. You are an action taker, you are charismatic, you can most definitely be the life of the party when you are tapped into this energy. At the moment, you are stubbornly not tapping into the energy, probably because with this Swords energy, you are denying that this is you. Like, you might feel like people don't feel this way about you. That's not, like, I'm not, like, I'm just me. I'm just in my house. I just, blah, blah, blah. And that is holding you back from the type of friendships and relationships and whatever, the type of life that wants to come to you, but cannot for as long as we are in the house and afraid. Likely, chronically, with this illness. So if you are someone who has dealt with generalized anxiety, social anxiety, perhaps agoraphobia, okay? For a significant portion of your life, or you are just flat out very introverted and it's uncomfortable for you to do a lot of this socialization. Depending on where you are with this and what you are dealing with, I would say one of the first things you're gonna wanna do, if you haven't already, is start looking into resources for therapy, some form of therapy. And if it's a very serious thing, start looking into forms of psychopharmacology. You want to get evaluated by a psychiatrist, someone very reliable, and understand that for some of you, that like the medication thing will be a lifelong thing. For others of you, it will not be. That will be a temporary thing. But that's dependent on the person, and you need to talk to experts about that. I would tell you that with this type of a message, if you are in a place where you flat out are afraid to leave your house, like you have a panic attack, this process for you is going to take a lot longer, and that is okay. Okay, and if you are on the spectrum of this where maybe you're just more introverted and it's kind of like you could go out, you get the invitations, but you kind of like, it gets to the day and you're like, I kind of want to have a cup of tea and stay inside. And so you just kind of skip out on the plans. For you, this process, you're at a point where it's going to go a lot faster. This like charismatic, open friend group, life of the party energy is available to you all. It is just that depending on where you are, it's like the people who are on the back end of the spectrum, they're not going to see that change in a week to a month. Like that is likely going to be years. It does not have to be. But for those sorts of people, this read is just meant to tell you that you don't have to live that way, okay? And you don't, like the expectation that you're gonna go from where you are to social butterfly, like in even a year, is likely, you know, I would hold that expectation very loosely. For some of you, maybe that's the case. But it's just meant to express to you that you are not stuck, okay? And there are lots of people dealing with the same things that you're dealing with, who also find it a struggle to go out and also manage to go out, and they're like, and they feel just as awkward as you do, all right? Pretty much no one is like this, like completely confident, like who just never second guesses themselves. Like, I don't even know that that person exists, y'all, okay? So if you are holding yourself back due to fearing someone's gonna judge you, or you're telling yourself, oh, I'm awkward, or you know you're on the spectrum, right? Like you have some form of autism and you're worried about people like reading you wrong. Like I forget how that, because I just refer to it as a neurotypical, but it's like allo something. If you're worried about the way a neurotypical person would respond to you, because you're used to, you know, people not picking up on your conversational cues, I would say trust things, because there are people out there who, like, it does, because I've interacted with people on the spectrum, and first I'll be like, does this person hate me? And then I'll be like, wait a second, because I don't react to it, because that's the problem. When someone like has that happen to them with someone on the spectrum, typically they just react to it and they just make a lot of assumptions about the person, and then they start treating them very poorly. I don't react, like I don't have that reaction. Like I'll feel it, I'll be like, wait a minute, does this person hate me? And then I'll feel into it, because I'm like, I've been in a situation before and I was like, hold on, let me make sure that this person isn't on the spectrum. And then like, I'll feel into it a little more and I'm like, I have a feeling, and usually it'll come out like later, right? But there's certain ways that people who are on the spectrum like ask questions about things. Like they're very curious, like they want to like be very specific about something, that to someone who's more like me or is way more neurotypical than me, because I'm not, but I'm not on the spectrum. So when I'm engaging with someone like that, when they're asking questions, it feels like being, it feels like something hostile. That's what it feels like, but it's not. It's just the way that they are communicating with you. So like, if you're worried about that, understand that there are people like me out there who are going to not give you the same sort of reaction that perhaps you're used to getting, okay? So I would say, and also, you know, there are like, I don't know, I just feel like we're so open about this stuff now that usually like one of the last like more formal social things that I did, it was hosted by a non-binary person who was on the spectrum, and like they didn't just like announce that they were autistic, but they were talking about things like, oh, I'm hyperfixated on, like they were like it was just obvious, okay? They just made it very obvious, and then later they talked about how their pronouns were they them and stuff like that. But like it's like no one like it's not that no one cares, like there are some people who are jerks, but it's just like if you are more upfront, like if you feel comfortable to be like, hey, you know, I'm autistic, so if something's coming across a certain way, like please ask me because I really don't mean it. Like if you can be like that and just say things up front, like most people are gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, okay, and they're gonna be way more accommodating to you. So I would say if you're able to lead with that, I would say go right ahead. Just flat out say like, oh, I just get socially anxious. I just feel so awkward and I get anxiety. Oh, me too. Like blah, blah, blah. And people are just going to talk to you. They're just going to talk to you. Okay, well, there is something about love in this. Flat out. There's something, if you are open and available to this, when you start taking these invitations or whatever, you need to listen to your intuition about the lovers clarified by the Two of Cups. Now, I was seeing a lot of people under this deck. It might be that you have a lot of people interested in you when you start circulating in society more. And, you know, navigating that, I don't like it, just flat out. I hate that. It just feels weird to me. I've never liked a ton of like that sort of attention. And so I don't have any like good advice for navigating that besides when it's saying listen to your intuition. For the types of people that you want to be engaging with consistently, they're not all going to be people who you are going to feel the same way about. And I would say, you know, the best advice that I can give is let people be clear with you. If you can just tell that someone's attracted to you, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. You don't need to like tiptoe around them or anything like that. But if someone directly approaches you and asks you out and says, I like you, I want to explore this, blah, 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 and you know that you are not attracted to them, just tell them right then. Don't go on any pity dates or anything like that. Just say, you know, I'm not really interested in exploring that. I'm really just more open to friendship. And you don't need to go on a big spiel. It's not you, it's me, and really, like you don't have to go on a big apology tour, okay? Just let the person down gently. Do not be mean. It is not mean to reject someone kindly, okay? And that person might have feelings about it, but if they are an adult individual, then they will be able to handle their own emotions, all right? Because I'm not sensing that there's anything like weird yet. I will clarify at least this column with that Final Rose tarot deck, since this is obviously some sort of love thing. What is this? Let me look at this before I say something. And while I'm here to revisit something about the people who are going to be doing deeper therapeutic work and the socialization, that's really a problem for you. I shouldn't say problem, but I'm not going to think of a better word right now. If you know that's a larger issue for you. The going to therapy and psychiatry, that is going to be the first practice for getting out of your house and seeing somebody regularly and talking to them in a very structured environment like that. That is going to be the initial practice. And eventually, that practice is going to expand. But for the first part, it's just like anything else. It's like if you were starting a workout routine. You're not going to start benching 300 pounds. All right, you might be starting with the 5-pound dumbbells, and then you're going to build up over time. It's like that with just about everything, okay? Yeah, someone's Making lemons out of, someone's making lemonade out of lemons here. I don't know that it's y'all. I don't know. What is this? Yeah, okay. There is, within the next few months, when you're saying use your intuition in this, lovers, we're like, all of this, I've talked it out. We don't need to talk about this anymore. I think you're gonna know who you are and what end of the spectrum that you're on with those particular issues. We have here though, within the next few months, once you start this socialization process, okay, you are going to have someone significant come in for you who is very, very, like this toil and labor. It's their commitment. It is their dedication to you or something that y'all are doing together. I think this person has the idea that you would be a good partner for them. I'm seeing family. This is, you know, the Emperor. This may be someone who wants to build a family if you're open and available to that. Or this is someone who has an existing family already and like they might have kids or something and they think that you would be a good fit to be a partner in their family unit. Or this might not, like this might just be a partnership that they feel would be very fruitful. Like y'all just get along like family. All right, because, you know, not everybody wants kids and all that. So we are going to switch over to the final rose. Tarot deck, because this all seems very positive right here with, well, it all seems positive, to be honest with you. So we will do, you know, listen to your intuition, the Lovers, the Two of Cups. We will do that first, get some more information on that. And then we'll look at that Emperor, see what's up with them since they already have a timeline. And it's the timeline from when you're socializing regularly. Not going out once and then not going out again for 3 months, okay? I know y'all. I know who y'all are. It's gonna be some type of consistent interaction. And you don't need to rush this, okay? You don't need to rush out to find any group. I'm telling you, just start the process. Go towards things you're already interested in, and it's going to steadily open up for you organically. And also mix in if there's something that maybe you're not super into, but you've never tried it before. I've done that and it like that actually has it, like I had an intuitive impression about this particular thing that I did, but I was like, you know what, it would still be good for me to go. And I was exactly right. I was exactly right about how the situation turned out and what it was, but it was still good that I went. Oh dear, I believe that we are going to have maybe some competition for your affection. I think you're going to be unclear about maybe, you know, what you should do. Yeah, and there are some people who are going to want to be around you for the wrong reasons. Like some people are just going to be attracted to you because they find you attractive. There's really nothing more to it than that. Or perhaps because they see other people are interested in you. You know, we got a bit of a clout demon, maybe a couple of clout demons on our hands here. Okay, so that's why it's going to be necessary for you to listen to your intuition. But we have here, oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. We have here someone, this is the intellectual, the King of Mirrors, someone very self-reflective here. I believe this person, there's at least one person here, because this is also the 8 of Mirrors, so it's the same suit as that king. You are stuck in someone's head, like big time, because they just find you very, very attractive. It is likely they might be discussing you with other people, like at some maybe social event where you are or where you are not. And this person might actually, it might be this Emperor. I kind of got a yes, no. Oh, there's like at least 2 people here. At least 2 people. And I don't know, it seems like one is more in it for the wrong reasons, and one maybe like they need to calm down a little bit. True. But look, I said that Emperor is very, very committed to y'all, right? So I haven't even looked at what's on the board. That was the bottom of the deck energy. So let me give this one, oops, one more after that. That was a terrible shuffle. All right, what's actually on the board? Well, we have someone sinking here. Oh, this is like y'all. Yeah, like y'all. This is like, you might encounter this, like this attention in this social situation, and you're like, I don't know that I like this. I think I'm gonna pack it up and leave, like self-elimination. And it's like the cliffhanger, like we don't know. We don't know. Some of y'all are just gonna back out of this situation entirely. I would suggest you not do that. Yeah, sent home. Like, I don't know, like if this, like y'all are just like, this is why I don't go out. I'm going back home. Or if this is you, like, not liking the fact that you're gonna have to reject people. I'm getting it's a little bit of both. I'm also getting that some of these people are going to self-eliminate, these people who are interested in you. They're going to self-eliminate, like, based on their own, like, bad behavior. Like, you're going to clock the intentions and the behavior immediately. Yeah, that's exactly what this is, the rose ceremony. In this gathering of suitors, okay, who want to be with you, you're going to have to be a little bit of a bitch. And I think y'all just don't like that. You are fresh meat in a particular environment. I know this is very gross, but that is how some people view things. They're not seeing you as a person. They're fresh meat. To be continued, the contest. I'm telling y'all, y'all are just... Y'all are a bit of the belle of the ball right now. And for some people, here's the thing. When someone starts getting a lot of attention, it's both a blessing and a curse, because there are going to be people who like you, and then there are going to be people who really freaking hate the fact that you're getting a lot of attention. So I think I would say maybe prepare yourself for that, because like I said, you're this, and you might have been in situations like this in the past, and this is why. This is why you dampen yourself down. It's just because you don't, like, I don't get the sense that you particularly enjoy this. Like, you're not someone who feeds off of energy in that way. And it's just like, I just want to vibe. Like, I don't mind, like, connecting with people. And, like, yeah, I'm open to, like, romance or whatever if y'all aren't already partnered up. But I don't get the sense that, like, y'all don't like attention and drama and whatever. You just like to be peaceful in your house. So if you know that you've been in situations like this before, it's just like, yeah, this is why I just don't do this, because I don't like what comes along with it. I would say though, y'all, usually not this person. I am going to say this though. You're going to have to toughen up a little bit, okay? Because there are too many benefits and life experiences that you are missing out on. Yeah, people are just seeing you as very, very attractive right now. You are the contestant. You are the bachelorette. You are the main event. That's just it. That's just it. And I think it might get to you a little bit. Don't let it. Just... things will calm down eventually, likely when you partner up with somebody, okay? It's just that this initial little phase, like, it's just a lot. So let's see what's going on with this Emperor. And then we'll get some final advice or outcome. Okay. Oh, what's this? See, I knew it. This Emperor is in it for the right reasons. And this is looking like that family card. So we have people in it for the wrong reasons, but this person is in it for the right reasons. And this person is likely going to be on the periphery of the drama. They might watch the drama go down, but they're not going to participate in it because, like, this mansion, it's something about their, like, how they conduct themselves in their home life, the energy that they want to bring into the home. Like, they're very excited about you, but I think that they want to make sure that you're not a villain. Like, you're not, like, participating in any of this weird stuff. And once they see who you are, they're going to take that leap of faith with you because they see you don't care about the fans. Okay? Like, you're not that person who wants fans and orbiters and simps, and, like, you don't want that. It's just that for whatever reason, people are finding you so attractive right now that it's just sort of naturally happening around you. And that's not your fault, but I get why this person would be a little bit cautious. They want to make sure that you're not toxic. Oh, this person... Oh, okay, yes. All right, but I'm going to pull another row on this. This person is a late bloomer themselves, though I think they're a bit ahead of you since they're in Emperor status. They have already reached paradise, i.e., they are at a position in their life where they are very happy with themselves and whatever they have, and they are looking to introduce, like, a new element into that. They are in a position where they feel very, very comfortable, very stable, very happy. They want to take things in their own life to the next level. However, this person has dealt with people who have been in it for the wrong reasons, because the Emperor has quite a lot, okay? This person could have a lot of status, perhaps a lot of money, a lot of nice things. We saw the mansion, right? And it's going to be on differing levels. This happens to people, like, this is very rude, but if you're, like, in, it's not rent controlled, but it's like lower income housing where things are like, there's an emperor of that environment, okay? Like, it's not all, like, when I say the emperor, I'm not necessarily meaning, like, I don't know, like you're dating the governor or something, I don't, like, or like a billionaire. Like, it's not that. This energy exists at all levels. So it's going to depend on where you are. But no matter where you are, this person is a good person to deal with. And just because of what they have, the nature of who they are, they have dealt with people who have been around them for the wrong reasons. They want to make sure that you are not one of those people. So, I don't think, like, for whatever reason, this person is a late bloomer. Like, maybe, like, they might have been just very focused on their career. They might be one of those people that, you know, has their own kind of fixations and isn't really, like, a big social butter. Like, they might be an introvert. Like, we saw the intellectual, right? This person is showing up as the intellectual. Like, they're not like a suave charmer or anything. This is probably a very practical person. It's just that probably they're attractive, and just by nature of their dedication, their intellectual capacity, and what they enjoy, they have a lot. Yeah, there have been people who have been fighting to get around this person because of what they have. And so they have to be very, very discriminating about who they let into the mansion. Ah, the producer plant. This person has been around some nasty people. The producer plant is like, you can see there's a snake behind that person. They are there to like purposefully cause drama in somebody's life. This person could have a toxic ex, like who causes drama for them or tries to. And they don't want to get entangled with someone else like that. Yeah. Like this is a former relationship of theirs. Get one more on that. Yeah, but they've moved on from it. Like they're like next destination, obviously. Okay. They've moved on from it. Yeah, and so now they're protective of, like, it's the mansion. Yes, it is their home, but it is just this person's personal space, their temple. Like, I'm not letting that into my temple again. So that is why this person is cautious. Smart move. This person has most definitely learned their lesson. This is likely something that they had to learn when they were reaching whatever success that they have. That unfortunately not everybody can be trusted. That since this person's a late bloomer, they likely didn't understand that. This is likely a very genuine, sweet person. And so that's why they were open to it in the first place. And so they had to learn that the hard way. All right, let's get some final advice outcome. Like I said, y'all are going to be getting an invitation, some sort of social invitation, date card, something. The proposal. This, like, it's likely that this invitation is going to lead to, like, obviously it's going to lead to this person who is very serious about you. And you're going to be blindsided by this. Like maybe the speed or something, I don't know. I'm going to go around one more time. Yeah, somebody who like works with, this isn't the person that I'm talking about, that emperor. There's somebody else in this group who you are going to know initially. They're the ones who's going to give you the invitation. Hey, do you want to come do this? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you do. And this could be multiple invitations. I would say within your budget and within your schedule, accept what you are able to accept. Opening up this proposal. So you are going to come into vicinity of this person, and there's going to be a very gradual and consistent development between you two to something likely pretty serious if that is what you want. Oh, this might be this person's ex. Yes. Someone possessive over them. Because I pulled the bitch. It is not, well, you might be blindsided by this. I don't know. This person's ex, even though they're not dealing with them anymore, is still somehow in their energy. And they're going to be blindsided by this. I don't think that they thought that they would ever be like dethroned or something. This might be some like Delulu. It feels like a femme energy to me, y'all. This is like some Delulu person who thinks that like, even though this dude has completely moved on from her, that she's like, oh, well, he'll always come back to me. Like, and it's just like, ugh, what? People are weird and gross. Like, it's just like she thinks, because like I said, this person's a toxic person, and people like this believe that when people reject them, that it's just part of the game. Like, even if they're in relationships with whole other people, they're like sitting there like, oh yeah, like this is just part of it. Like, he just leaves and we like F other people, but then we always just get back together. Like, this is just part of the relationship for this person. And this wanted to come out butterflies. Ugh, this might like excite this person. Or it could be them, because we have silver lining under here. I don't know. This could be them understanding that this person, because butterflies are transformative. They might be finally like understanding that like there is not going to be any return. Yeah, I think when this person sees y'all, it's gonna really, it's just going to hurt this person. Likewise, I think if y'all are in more maybe defensive energy, because we've had that in other reads before, especially if you don't like this kind of attention, it's possible that y'all are also in kind of like, we saw Queen of Swords, right? A bit more of like the bitch energy. This person's steady interaction with you is going to soften that up, and you're going to get more butterflies about them, and leading up to this like first kiss. You can take it both ways. Yeah, but like definitely there's an ex here who is possessive over this person. Yeah, controlling the host. And it's going to be like when y'all are out together on your first dates or whatever, that this person is going to know that it's the end for them. Like for really, really real. Because like there's no denying that y'all are in love and out. And I think like this person's social circle really supports this. There might be, I don't know if y'all will know this or not, if y'all will be privy to it, but this ex may try to come in and like apologize to this person and kind of insert themselves back into the situation. But I don't think that they are going to be successful. I don't know that this Emperor, whoever that energy is for y'all, is going to tell you about this, just because they have no intention of getting back with this person, and telling you is only like what would be the point? Because to me, like that kind of reads as drama. Like, oh, my ex got back. Like, I don't know. It's going to depend. Oh, okay, so they know this person is not for them. They know they're the villain. And they know that this person is just obsessed because they're with someone else. And also, that is the Moon card. They're aware that this person is delusional. And that they're constantly in, like, this is group date. But look, dogs. This person's a dog, a bitch, constantly dealing with mongrels and third parties, okay? That's like, this is first impression, but it's like, this is this person's reputation. And it's public. It's a public reputation. The gossip. It is well known who this person is, that they are the drama. Is it me? Am I the drama? Am I the villain? Yes, in fact. And it's very public entertainment for people. So I wouldn't worry about it. This person does not want to deal with people like this. But it might, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like this ex is going to confront you in any type of way. It seems more like she's going to try and do something behind the scenes. And it's going to be taken care of for you, because this person's a good person and they're not going to do you like that. So don't worry about it, especially if no one's bringing anything to your doorstep.